until they saw their biological daughter stand up from the wheelchair. The parents were shocked to realize her legs had already healed, but instead of feeling happy, they scolded her for keeping it a secret, just because they didn't want to see her on stage. And the reason they did all this was for the sake of their cunning adopted daughter. Even though the girl was their real daughter, she had been lost and raised elsewhere since childhood, so they favored the adopted one, just because she loved dancing. But the real daughter was too gifted, and if they didn't destroy her, their adopted daughter would never get into a prestigious school, so they carefully planned the entire scheme. They hired thugs to kidnap the girl, and only after her legs were broken did they finally show up to take her to the hospital. But the girl never expected she would overhear them talking about the kidnapping in the ambulance. Her heart broke. She never imagined the parents she loved so much would become like this. She remembered their gentle encouragement when she was young. Those custom-made dance shoes were all just part of the act to fool her. After learning the truth, tears of regret filled her eyes. When she woke up in the hospital, her father was afraid she'd find out about her injury, so he told the doctor to speak in German. But little did he know she was fluent in several languages. When the doctor said her legs could be treated, her father told him the surgery must fail and promised to pay $5 million afterward. Her heart sank completely. She never imagined her parents could be so cruel. Not only did they have her legs broken, now they were bribing the doctor to make her permanently paralyzed. But after her parents left the room, the next thing she heard shattered her even more. Years ago, to take her away from her adoptive father, they falsely accused him of being a human trafficker. Not knowing the truth, the girl packed her things, pushed her adoptive father to the ground when he tried to stop her, and screamed that she never wanted to see him again. After learning the truth, she was filled with regret, but it was already too late, so she could only be wheeled into the operating room by her parents and the doctor. After the surgery ended, her father pretended to ask about her condition with concern. When he heard the surgery had failed, he acted angry and blamed the doctor, saying he had promised her legs could be cured. But at that moment, all she saw in him was disgust, so she called her adoptive father and asked him to take her home. When he found out what had happened, he dropped everything and rushed over. When she saw him, she couldn't hold back her emotions anymore. He immediately arranged for the best doctors to treat her, but she looked hopeless, saying it was already too late. But he comforted her and said not to worry. He would search the world for experts if he had to, just to help her get back on stage. Soon the day of the art entrance exam arrived. The adopted daughter was dressed beautifully, surrounded by her parents as she walked into the exam hall. As other students filed in, the judges noticed one student was missing. Just as they were about to follow up, the parents stepped forward and declared the missing student was their daughter, who had broken her legs and was in the hospital for surgery, so she should be considered to have forfeited. But just as the words left their mouths, the girl suddenly appeared.